Blessings and welcome to the series Simply Truth. It's section Fall and Rise part 11. Today we'll be talking about a call from assets management. In part 10, I mentioned that the plans of the overseer simply failed. Let me explain what I meant. I started asking questions regarding or concerning the loan they made to the Browns church. And because of my insistence in certain questions, certain detail, I felt they were put in an awkward situation. Therefore, a plan was designed to separate me from the Browns and send me to the Brooklyn church. To be honest, this is me speculating. Yet, I asked myself, for what other reason they wanted me to leave the Bronx, a place I worked so hard to edify, and send me to pastor at Brooklyn? The questions I asked had their origin after receiving a call from an individual. Sitting in the church office one morning, the phone rang. "Hello," I answered. "Hello, I am calling you from assets management. For purpose of control and management, I'd like you to answer a few questions." "And who are you?" I asked. "We are the people who lend you the money to build your church." Without skipping a beat, he continued. "We want to know how many open credit cards the church has. What is the amount of monthly payment you pay to Soto Real Estate?" I interrupted him. "Excuse me, who did you say you are? What is this about?" I asked. "We are the people who lend you the money to buy your church." "Me?" I asked. Somewhat irritated, he answered, "Yes, you." Now, I've lived in New York most of my adult life, and I understand that the element of scam is part of our daily life. So my antennas went up. "Listen to me, sir. I don't know who you are, nor what is assets management. So please find yourself someone else who scam." And I hang up the phone. 20 to 30 minutes later, the phone rang again. I pick it up. "Hello. Hello, Brother Ray. This is Brother Bob down in Portland." "Hello, Brother Bob. How are things in Portland?" I asked. "How is your wife?" After similar interactions, he finally said, "Brother Ray, a few moments ago, a gentleman from asset management called you. Please give him whatever information he needs. Please, thank you." "Well, who are they?" I asked, because he said that asset management are the one who lend me the money to buy the church. That is us, asset management. Yes, that is us," he said to me. I was confused because up to now, I never heard that name before. I never heard it in connection to the Apostolic Faith Church, and much less with the money they lent us. But now, Robert Downey is telling me that asset management is us, and I was under the impression that it was the organization who lent us that money. So confused, I said to him, "Well, tell him to call me back again." That gentleman from assets management did call me later. However, I did not answer every question he asked. Some I did not. Because the kind of question he was asking me and he wanted to find out about, I realized I could get in legal trouble for disseminating information from one company, Soto Real Estate, to another, asset management. Intrigued, I wanted to find out more about asset management and Portland, because up until now, I was 100% sure that, like me, most of you never heard of assets management and the Apostolic Faith Church being one and the same thing. I discovered that to quell my curiosity, Mr. Robert Downey said, "Yes, that is us. That is us." Yes, it was, in the sense that by proxy and legally, they could use, or Portland use, the services of a company like Assets Management to conduct their business affair. But why? I ask myself. The truth is, anyone can use the services of companies like Assets Management. But there are reasons why people do. I will explain it, but first let me explain this. I can send money to the Dominican Republic just by putting a check, cashier's check, money order inside of an envelope, affixing a stamp to it, and dropping it at the post office. But anyone who comes in contact or handles that envelope will be able to see the name and address of the sender and the name of an address of the recipient. Or I can use a services like Western Union, pay a fee plus the amount I want to send, but only the clerk at Western Union, the person who receives their money in Dominican Republic, and myself would be able to see the transaction. One question remains. Why did Portland use the services of Assets Management when dealing with us in the Bronx? There are two reasons, and I'm going to explain them to you. Here, I am not speculating. I am telling you the truth. First, should the case arise, to protect themselves against scriptures such as the one I'm going to read for you. You shall not charge interest to your brother. Interest on money or food or anything that is lent to a foreigner you may charge interest, but to your brother you shall not charge him interest, that the Lord your God may bless you in all to which you set your heart to do in the land which you are entering to possess. You find that in Deuteronomy 23, 19 and 20. The other reason, or the second reason why they use the services of companies like Assets Management, the law title section 501-C-03 stipulates that companies that fall under that law or that title may not pay taxes. They are tax exempt. But it also stipulates that these companies are not allowed to make any transactions, any business transaction that result in them making a profit. By doing that, and the IRS finds out, they lose their status as tax exempt, and a possible fine follows. We at the Bronx, we paid our mother church 6% interest rate. Blessings. I hope you come back for the next installment. I upload videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. After 7 p.m., they'll be there. Please rate this video, comment and subscribe. If God will, see you soon.